Hello. Have you ever noticed how one small criticism can outweigh 10 compliments? If your brain had a favorite hobby, it might be looking for problems. Lizard brain, that instinctive part of us that reacts automatically to perceived threats, is running the show more often than we realize. And like a lizard scanning surroundings, we look for danger and choose the safer, more familiar path. We fixate on small criticisms, replaying negative comments or awkward moments on an endless mental loop long after everyone else has forgotten them. Why? Well, because since we evolved into conscious human beings, think Adam and Eve awakening to self awareness, or our evolution to Homo sapiens, wise, knowing human. Our survival really depended on belonging. If our tribe rejected us, we risked losing protection and support. A very real threat in earlier times, especially, but even today, being accepted by friends, colleagues, and communities still feels essential to our sense of safety and security. So we naturally place our attention on anything that may make us seem less acceptable, and we try to correct or conceal what we discern as flaws in order to remain liked, connected, employed, or respected. Really, it's in order to stay safe. And for some people, this leads to people pleasing. I'm guilty of that, or inauthenticity. And for others, it shows up as aloofness, defensiveness, or even intimidation. And this perspective really resonates with me, not only because it's grounded in human history and behavior, but because it allows room for change. So I'm going to tell you a little sticky lizard brain situation. I have a friend going through a difficult challenge, and he has received a lot of feedback, mostly positive and encouraging, along with some thoughtful suggestions for growth. But he seems really stuck in lizard brain. His nervous system is fixated on perceived threats. And even with much appreciation and goodwill coming his way, he really struggles to absorb the goodness. His attention goes almost entirely to criticism, and he reacts from a place of hurt and defensiveness, as if feedback were danger rather than support. That negative holds power, even amid great positivity. In this state, curiosity and a growth mindset are nearly impossible to access. The mind narrows and flexibility disappears, and even well intentioned guidance can feel like an attack. A lot of people feel that way. My kids sometimes, as children, I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything wrong, but we have to learn from our mistakes and be open to them and be okay with making them so that we can learn. So it seems that my friend's nervous system is just simply trying to protect him in the only way it knows. We know he wants things to work out, but he's so activated around this growth area that instead of just making some small shifts, he keeps repeating the same patterns and sometimes even more intensely than before. Rather than seeing feedback as an opportunity to expand, he's becoming more closed and rigid, creating frustration and pain for himself and, of course, for those who care about him and want to see him thrive. Recently, which is very happily. After time, patience, and many gentle reminders, he has begun to recognize the feedback as kindness, an opportunity for growth rather than threat. And this is just a powerful reminder that when someone is feeling stuck or in fight or flight mode, insight alone isn't always enough and may not even be heard or absorbed. And until the nervous system feels safe, even the most supportive input can be difficult to receive. And we hear this a lot in parenting philosophies. When a child is really upset, that's not the time to have a lecture. You need to chill, let the kid take a few minutes to regulate his nervous system, to breathe, to sit in a safe space, to play with a fidget, to do jumping jacks. And then once they're calm, that's when we can talk about how to improve. So we all have a choice. What do we choose to focus on? Where do we place our energy? When we deliberately look for positives, for what is working and what brings light, we begin to see how much of it is already present. We can see the positives in the feedback in addition to the criticisms. There's so much beauty and possibility around us. It's really available if we choose to notice it. Two people can be in the same situation, and one experiences it with openness and joy, and the other finds only frustration and negativity. Both the uplifting and challenging exist, so why not place our attention and energy on what supports growth, ease, and possibility? Looking for the good starts with a conscious decision, and it takes awareness and practice. Okay, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on the bad parts or the good parts? What can I put my energy towards? It's doable, and the benefits are enormous once we make that conscious decision to really look for the good. Because where thoughts go, energy flows and manifestation grows. So when we focus on the good, it naturally expands. Are you ready for a little pause and to feel good right now? Okay. I invite you to place your feet flat on the ground and take in a slow, deep breath and settle into your seat. Gently scan your body and notice anything that feels tight, stuck, or sore. And just breathe into that space and offer it a little love. Now take a slow breath in and imagine golden light, positive, nourishing energy entering through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, imagine that breath flowing down through your body, through your legs and out of your toes, gently releasing any stagnant energy. With each inhale, invite ease, light, and love. And with each exhale, release any thoughts or emotions that no longer serve you. Let's continue this for a few more nourishing breaths. You are giving yourself an energetic cleanse. Being intentional with your energy is a powerful skill that can change your life. When you're ready, take one final deep breath. Softly open your eyes and return to your day with a little more ease, lightness, and presence. Sending you love and joy and sunshine.